Okay, so look, I was trying to find a quiet place to give you today's update, and then I remembered there's no such thing as a quiet place around here. So I'm just gonna have to give you today's update, and here it is. Today's story is a tale of two press conferences. Right around 12:30 today, HPD came on out, that's the Houston Police Department, and they gave a nice little press conference where they said, we know everybody is interested in this story, and we have investigated, and Rudy's mama, oh, she's not being charged with anything because basically the only things we could prove would amount to a traffic ticket. And so it's really not worth it to us to give her a traffic ticket. So we're going to send her on her merry way. We have offered Rudy services. He is safe and he is fine. And you know, the reporters lost their minds. What about the SA claims? What about this? What about that? And they were like, again, the investigation is ongoing, blah, blah, blah. That was the first press conference. And then the real press conference happened. Oh yes, Grizzy's Hood News was on the case. Grizzy was there with her handy dandy iPhone and she broke it down like it needed to be broken down. Who did Grizzy speak to? Oh no, she was not talking to the police. Grizzy spoke to the Tias. That is the aunties. Two of the TTs got up there and they were like, look, let me tell you something. This woman is sick. She is nasty. She is demented. And all of this is about money. And I was like, money, you say? How is this about money? Turns out, remember we told you that Rudy's older brother died in a motorcycle accident, and Rudy was there when it happened, and that was all very, very sad. Also, you have to keep in mind, in the state of Texas, the age of majority for males, I get the feeling that it's different for females, but the age of majority for males is 17. So Rudy could legally run away and disappear if he wanted to. He could come back if he wanted to. He could even have an inappropriate relationship with his mother if he wanted to. But apparently, after he made that claim, then spoke to his mother, he recanted. And the district attorney was like, he's recanted. There's nothing we could do. Well, the TTs heard the same information and they are like, oh, no. We don't need no probable cause. What we're going to do is we are going to get to the bottom of the entire situation. So listen, Rudy's brother died in the motorcycle accident and he had life insurance. The life insurance had a beneficiary, and who do you think the beneficiary was of that policy? Why, the beneficiary was none other than young Rudy. Wow. Rudy gets all this money. He's all upset and all discombobulated because his brother is gone. And then his father, who was a Houston Police Department police officer, got caught up in some ticket fixing scandal. And so the father was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna go to jail. And he unalived himself. So that just left Rudy with his money and his mental disorder home alone with his mama. Well, mama set to manipulating and doing all that she does. And she has controlled Rudy from day one. Since her oldest child passed, she was like, oh, no. My husband passed, no problem. Rudy, he gonna fill all of them seats. And so that is what she has forced Rudy to do. She has kept him hopped up on drugs and she has taken his money while telling the entire family, oh, Rudy is missing. We don't know what happened to him. Rudy is gone. Now that the TTs know Rudy is alive and fine, the TTs are like, what we gonna do? They were like, Janice, whatever her name is, I'm speaking directly to you. There is not an airport you can escape to. There is not a bus station. There is not anything. We will hunt you down and we will find you. I was like, okay, TTs, come through. So the TTs are on the case. They're looking after Rudy. Well, no, Rudy is with a friend of his mother's. The police said that Rudy was with his mother. The TTs were like, nah, we got the real scoop. Rudy is not with his mother. He is with a friend of his mother. His mother has fled Houston. Apparently late last night around midnight, Rudy's mom, Janie, that's her name. Janie checked out of the hotel and stopped by her house. Well, the neighbors, of course, was keeping an eye on the house. The neighbors was like, hello, 911, she's over here. And so as soon as she saw the neighbor with his handy dandy cell phone, she got the heck out of town. But ever since then, the police have been sitting on the house. A crime scene unit was at the house today. That tells me they're just collecting a little bit more evidence till they can get enough to charge Miss Janie. But obviously, they're not gonna go on TV and say that. In the meantime, the TTs are taking care of everything. They're regulating, they handling business. So we're gonna keep our eyes on Grizzy and her street news, and we're gonna keep like one eye, half an eye on the Houston Police Department, because they have to work within the bounds of the law and government and whatever. Those aunties though, not so much. Additionally, one of the aunties was like, there's another life insurance policy, and I don't know all the whole story of it. And she's like, here goes the auntie. It is illegal to open somebody's mail, so I did not open her mail, but I did open her mailbox and take pictures of her mail, so I know what all she got coming in the mail. And I was like, come through, auntie. Listen, the aunties are undefeated, no matter what language, no matter what age, no matter what part of the world you live in. It's a nosy auntie out here who about to handle some business. And those TTs down there in Houston, they got the whole situation on lock. I'm going to keep my eyes glued to Grizzy's Hood News, and I'm going to find out what's happening with this whole story, and I will report back later. Now, one final thing. Overnight, Grizzy's Hood News reported a story that has nothing to do with any of this, but I am fascinated by it. Apparently, there was a lady who was mad at her boyfriend, and she tried to run him off the road, and in trying to run him off the road, she flipped her own car and unalived herself. I need to know more to that story. Who was the lady? Who was she chasing? What was her relationship with this man? Was it like her boyfriend, her fiance? What was going on? What did he do to make her that mad? Was she just plain crazy? That's a hood story if I ever heard a hood story, and I want to know everything about it. Okay, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will report back more when I have it. Bye.